Connecticut medical marijuana compound concentrates in coffee. We are here. We're up. We're on the air. It's your SunDaze edition. Yeah, it's the end of the weekend, I know. But you know what? It's a nice day. How you doing out there? I'm really happy. Real happy. My Buffalo Bills, man, they rocked it last night. They absolutely kicked ass. I mean, final score, if you did not catch a game, and let me tell you, it was a serious... Well, all right. We seriously commanded the game. It was 48-19 final score. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Clinched the AFC East title. Really, really happy. This is something that has not been done in 25 years. We're talking 1995. We're talking, there's some people last night. I thought this was really great. There were some people last night in chat, after the game, and the Buffalo chat, who were like, yeah, when did this happen last? And they said the date or the year, and they were like, yeah, I wasn't even born yet. So, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Fantastic work, guys. Seriously. First AFC East title in 25 years. So, what's happening with everybody out there? How is your morning going? Biotrek, Austin Woodward, Shane Roberts. Now, Austin Woodward, Adam Griffith, a tune called Shark Tooth, right here on CCNC. Looking at our traffic, no incidents or closures or delays on our roadways this day. Let's keep it that way, shall we? Yeah, looking at the highways, nice, running free, going through Bridgeport, New Haven, we're looked at. Oh, let's see, Hartford. We were up at I-84 westbound, exit 51. Yeah, the Route 44 westbound on-ramp. Traffic is traveling normal. Now we go over to Cam 80 in Hartford, I-91 southbound, exit 33 Jennings Road. No problems as you go. Jump into New Haven, Cam 74, New Haven I-95 northbound, going exit 46 Long Wharf Drive. Barely any cars. Clear through Bridgeport. No problems. Yep, I-95 exit 26 Warden Avenue. You're a good driver. Again, we talk about this. Most of us are. Doesn't mean that the other guy always is. So, you keep your eyes open for them, you will get from point A to point B and back again. We are going to have a low today of 28. Right now, 31 degrees again here on the grounds of the compound in Orange, Connecticut. It's nice. There's no wind going on out here. Humidity at 73%, and our temperature is sitting at 31 degrees. This is called Ice Scimitar. we go. Ice Scimitar. Interesting. Paris Mayor Anne Hidalgo mocking France's public service ministry last week after being fined for promoting too many women to senior positions in the city's government. Yikes. I'm all for it. I mean, come on. Anything that makes light of things, but still. Here we go. Ice Scimitar, Austin Woodward, Zach Ledbetter. One last, Goblin Death, Austin Woodward, and Zach. We go on to more. Yeah, it's good seeing everybody out there once again. Thank you for joining me here today. Connecticut Medical Marijuana Critic, compound concentrates and coffee. Sounds like a good idea. I think I will get a cup of coffee. Alright, my previews look good. Audio sounds okay to me. But how about you out there? How is everything to all of you? You're the ones who count. Goblin Death. Austin Woodward. Zach Ledbetter. That's just the coffee system in the background, by the way, for those wondering what that noise is. Put that there. Really quick, I just want to check something. Man, that mic for YouTube is sensitive. It's picking up the heater that's running in the background. Hey, Benji, how are you? Good morning, good morning. Happy SunDaze. Nice to see you. Southeastern Oklahoma. Nice, nice. Sounds off. I would love to play Primus. I'd love to play Primus, Black Sabbath, Led Zeppelin. I'd like to play some blues, you know, maybe some Muddy Waters, maybe some, oh man, Stevie Ray Vaughan, all that stuff. But unfortunately, my license doesn't cover that music yet. Yet. But I can get on some Rock, some metal, some heavy stuff. No problem, no problem. I hope everything's well in your neck of the woods. Let's go over here. A tune called Invisible Hand. It comes from the artist Weary Eyes. Weary Eyes has been active since 2011, by the way. morning, Robert. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. And thank you. They've earned it. They have absolutely earned it. They have done such an incredible job at changing their line of thinking, line of play, coming together as a cohesive unit, and not just a bunch of good players on the field for a day. I couldn't be happier. Could not be happier. 25 years. I mean, my quarterback, Allen, whew, quite frankly, forced to be reckoned with. Seriously. I was saying it at the beginning of the season, and I had individuals going, why would you even try to make that comparison? Now, all of a sudden, I'm seeing everybody talk about it. Allen, Kelly. It's legitimately watching, like, the spirit of old being reborn and renewed in that team. Yes. Yes. Yeah. So, again, congratulations. I mean, hell yeah to us. Hell yeah to them. All right. Gave you a little bit there. Weary Eyes was the name of the band. I am going to be queuing up a track. This track is going to be bringing in an individual. That individual is going to sit here for an hour. It is my little woman. It is the JC's Power Hour. Yeah. Me too. Could you imagine? Like, I mean, obviously, but to be right there, right at the moment, right as it's officially done, and it the dream became reality. Oh man, incredible! That feeling's just. There we go. Plaid pants and peril. And good morning, my Smokeahonis. How we doing over there on YouTube? How's the audio over on YouTube? Everything working good for you? They like that buffalo mat. All the dogs, they do. All the dogs will go over and lay down on it. Fantastic. I'm glad to hear it. Did anyone notice? Did it get a little brighter in here all of a sudden? Yeah.
Just a little ray of sunshine.
My little woman. Yeah. The little lady. I was hoping I would have at least gotten me a hug or something. I mean, wow.
Oh, good Lord.
Oh, good Lord.
Yes, because giving you a kiss on the head wasn't sweet and cute, too. And of course, the biggest ray of sunshine in the house, my boogie! Oh. Hang on, boo-boo. Yes, Mama's right here. Yeah, even Mama knows I made that a little too big. of the power. Wrong song.
Yeah, I said hour, not power, but yeah.
Sorry, you know, popped in my head.
Uh-huh. We know. It's okay, Napoleon. I mean, my little woman.
Away, Nave. Good morning, Smokahontas, and how are you today? Bap! And I think this is Chase's way of saying, say good morning for me. I hope all is going well for you. As I enjoy my theme song. And that was JC Power Hour's theme song, Glad Pants and Barrel. Why? Why is it? Because I think that song is freaking awesome. That's why. It's got a wonderful melody to it, a wonderful tune to it. Smoker Honda says good morning to you, oh Hyper One. Oh my goodness. He's in a good mood this morning, as you could tell. I keep telling him he's only a couple of weeks away. He's got a birthday coming up. He is a New Year's Day baby. He's going to be 12. Does he act like he's 12? No, he doesn't. He's a spunky little thing. He is a good little guy. And he sits here and he helps me get along for the show. And he helps me with some of my picks. Because you will hear during the picks, he kind of snorts during some of them. You know? He tells me whether he agrees or disagrees. Don't you worry about that. He has a wonderful opinion of what's going on in life. And what is going on in life? Well, in football, it is week 15. We are getting down to the nitty-gritty, as they call it. We are getting down to finalizing the playoff picture, finalizing everything going on. Easy there, son. But a little side note before I get into chit-chatting about football, because one of the other things I do like to talk about a lot, WWE has an event tonight. Tables, ladders, and chairs. Traditionally, one of the better pay-per-views. Even though I was saying to one of our youngins today, I was saying to Liz that I truly miss the, Hey, Daddy, can you come here a second? I don't want to close that out without you seeing it.
Close it out.
Okay.
Yeah, they're all, I love it. Facebook's new bot is flagging my critique videos of my medicine from like 3 years ago.
Oh, okay.
I'm like literally, it's already done its job. People have seen it. You can go to YouTube. So, all right, cool, thanks.
Oh, Shelties are cute too. There's Smokeahontas. Sorry, just there was a little thing up there I want to let him know. They are his PCs after all, on his show.
I appreciate it, thank you.
De nada. But as I was saying, tables, ladders, and chairs is tonight, and like I was saying, it's usually one of the better pay-per-view cards But I really think when this originally started and it was the Hardy Boys versus Edge and Christian versus, excuse me, the Dudley Boys, I think they raised the bar so high that very few have gotten to that level. I mean, some are good. Some are good. Some matches, can really hold their own. Like two of them tonight that I one of them, okay, Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens is going to be a tables, ladders, and chairs match. These guys have been beating the hell out of each other, blah, 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 going with the storyline, Roman's the head of the table and whatever, and all that fun stuff. I kind of like evil Roman, because at least he's doing it better than evil Seth is. Because Seth in this Monday Night Messiah, then Friday Night Messiah, that one's got to go. If you have to be, and they all have to be the bad guy at one point or another. So if you got to be the bad guy, I kind of like where Roman's going more than where Seth is going, to be honest. And I've heard rumors, I haven't heard it out of his mouth, obviously, but I've heard rumors that Seth doesn't even like the storyline that he's doing. But, it is what it is. You got to do what puts the money in the bank account and the bread on the table. We all get that. But I hope that Roman wins out tonight, but he's been getting the better of Kevin most of the time, so it might just be the stereotypical finally, he's gonna get it because it's gone, Kevin's been getting the raw end of the stick for so long. I'm hoping Roman wins out, but another championship match is Drew McIntyre versus AJ Styles. I like McIntyre much more than I like Styles. I really hope McIntyre just beats the living hell out of AJ, to be honest. Women's championship match, Sasha Banks versus Carmella. Of the women who are healthy and competing right now, I think Sasha's got better in-ring skills than a lot of the others. Carmella just came back, so I'm a little worried that for no other reason they're going to let Carmella win just because she's back. And just whether it's a cheap win, whether it's a legitimate win, I think that's what they're going to do because hey, let's give her a little push and see what happens from it. Of course, I'd be disappointed if that's what happened, but I'm getting the feeling that's where it's going to go. One of the matches that I think has really good potential to be, I think, the best match of the night is going to be The Fiend versus Randy Orton. And the reason that I say this is both of these guys have really, really good in-ring skills. No matter how much the storyline is going, for good or for bad, they're very good at playing it off. Now Bray Wyatt is really embracing what he's doing. You're being snuffed.
Yes, I know. What's up, buddy? That's what I thought.
Didn't do the thing?
I was literally right there in the midst of hitting it. Went to hit enter. And
well, how dare you? But Bray Wyatt has really, really embraced his, like, character, like the alter image, and he's doing it really, really well. And he's really got to be enjoying this character, and he is putting 110% into it. And I do like how he's doing it, and I like his persona, and I like how he's emoting it to the fans and everything, especially during a very tough year, because he's gone through this the entire year, with no fans to some fans to the Thunderdome crowd, where at least there are people on, basically just like this, like in the stands. So he's held this character together really well, and once the world gets back to quote unquote normal, and there could be like full crowds again and stuff like that, he is going to really make that character shine even more, I think. But he's doing a really good job. Now, Randy Orton is Randy Orton. He's a wonderful antagonist. He is a wonderful bad guy. He's wonderful in ring presence and skill set. So you just can't stand to be away from me.
Yeah. Hand me the back, please.
You just can't stand to be away from me. No. So, whoever wins this match, Firefly Inferno, which, I'm not going to give too much away from it, because I want people to watch it, of what it's planned to be. But I really think that one has the potential to be the walk-away hit of the night. But we'll see. Two other big matches. The New Day are putting up their titles against Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander. Classic good guy, bad guy. I kind of hope New Day reigns it, but they're kind of pushing the the Hurt Business faction, so they might let them take the titles for now. So, I mean, that's a championship match, but I don't think it's going to be as exciting as the others. You agree? See, he puts in his opinion. The other championship match is the women's tag team. Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler have been champions for a little bit, and I don't know. I kind of think their reign might be coming to an end, because this is one of those completely what do you call it? Opposites, complete opposites being tag team, which God knows they've done it a million times. I mean, they're not opposites as in their strength and their power, but it's their personalities and how they like each other that kept them apart. But the match is against Asuka and a partner of her choosing, which has not obviously been announced yet. Probably won't be announced until it actually happens. This could be like the good surprise of the night and possibly the win of the night, depending on who she chooses, who's available, and whatnot. So, all that being said, for you WWE fans, have at it. It is tonight. Now let's jump over to, one of my favorite things in life, which would be NFL football. It is week 15, so there's already been 3 games played. Thursday night, the Chargers kind of surprisingly took the Raiders. I was a little surprised at that. I mean, it was a close, good physical game, but the Chargers ended up on top of that one, and the Raiders, especially towards the last quarter, seemed a little kafunkled, if that's a word. It's one of my words. If you don't like it, don't listen to it. uh, the last yesterday, I was gonna say last night, but it was the afternoon game. The Bills just stampeded over the Broncos and did a fine job of winning their division, taking their division for the first time, them winning it for the first time in 25 years, and taking it away from the Patriots for the first time in 11 years. It's been the Patriots every year for the past 11 years. So, hey, whatever works to take it away from the Patriots. Nah, I'm okay. But no, they very deservingly, they played very, very well, and they've been playing very, very well, and they've been rebuilding for a lot of years. So this is the what do you call it? This is the, I'm blanking on the word I want to use. This is the product, I guess, of rebuilding for all these years and doing what they've been doing and pulling the right people in and, figuring it out, as it were. So they have figured it out. And they're doing very, very well. Their quarterback, even past quarterbacks like Jim Kelly and stuff like that, are praising this kid. This kid's good. He could scramble, he could throw. So he adds an extra dimension. You have to really keep an eye on him. But 48-19, I mean, them horsies weren't going anywhere. Then the evening game, the Carolina Panthers and the Packers. The Packers won 24-16, but in the last quarter, it seemed like the Packers really stumbled. Carolina sacked Rodgers at least, I think it was 5 by the time the game was over, but I know it was definitely at least 4. And the Packers haven't given up that many sacks in 4 or 5 weeks, let alone in one game. So by the 4th sack, when Rodgers was on the ground, he literally was just shaking his head like, what the hell? I mean, it wasn't something normal for him. So that even though they won, there's going to be a lot of discussion on how the hell they were getting to him that much. Because that's just simply not something that basically not something he's used to. I mean, when you're a quarterback who's always well protected and all of a sudden they've gotten to you 4 or 5 times in a game, straight up sacks, and then, the rushes and the knockdowns, he was getting battered around a lot more than normal. I know. You're not a Packers fan. I get that. I know. But I know Packers fans. Relax. Packers fans are good people. So, there's been a lot of football already, and we still have all of Sunday and tomorrow night to go. So, it is a beautiful thing, let me tell you. Again, this late in the season, we don't have anybody on bye. Everybody is playing. Hopefully, everybody is staying nice and safe and nice and everything. Oof. Let's keep it that way, please. And I mean that, not just for my team. I mean that for everybody. And let's get into my picks for the week. And all these fun things. Still looking for my bookie bet of the week. Ouch, ouch, ouch. My dog is looking for a comfortable spot and killing his mother. a good boy there. First game we have are the 49ers against the Cowboys. Both teams in just a horrible position. Nowhere near where they wanted to, especially the Niners. I mean, the Niners last year to this year are really night and day. I mean, just absolutely night and day. But they are considered in the hunt. I mean, long odds, obviously. But they're considered in the hunt. You know, just on the far edge of the hunt. They're what the NFL refers to as on the bubble. They need X amount of people to lose, and obviously them to win. You know, so there's going to be a lot of the next couple of weeks. You know, shifting and switching and which way are we going type of thing. But we're in the thick of it. There's only 3 more games before the playoffs, so every game counts. Yes, baby, I know. Now the Niners, like I said, they are considered on the bubble. The Cowboys are literally hanging on by the tips of their fingernails because of their weird division. They are literally in the last place on the bubble where they could be like flicked off. So they lose and they're completely done. They win, they still need a bunch of help. If the Niners win, they still need a bunch of help, but both of these teams are in a must-win situation. I mean, there's no other way around it. If either one wants any shot at all, both have to win. And obviously, only one can. And we've seen it a few times. They could end in a tie because this is 2020. Anything could happen in these games. It's also very hard to predict because the Cowboys are 2 separate teams. One week they come in looking like they know how to play. The next week they come in looking like they haven't played in 6 years. The Niners are kind of in the same boat, but the Niners have had so many injuries this week that, this year, that part of it is injury related and part of it is, I think the Niners are one of the ones with front office problems that's just trickling down. I mean, that's just an opinion. I think, picking out of the 2 painful teams, you know what? I'm gonna say that the Cowboys are gonna squeak this one out. I mean, both teams need win and a snooker of help. Hey Dave, good morning out there. How we doing out there today? You ready for that Steelers game tomorrow night? Ready for a heart attack? At least you could stay home and recover. Awesome, my friend, awesome. I'll bet you miss walking around in this snow. I couldn't even say it with a straight face. I'm done. I could not even say it with a straight face. Oh my god, I tried to. I tried to. I couldn't say it with a straight face. I know you don't miss this for shit. I didn't think so. Okay. Next. The Seattle Seahawks. Hello, Chase. The Seattle Seahawks versus the team with no name. The team with no name who's pissed me off to no end this year. Not only for having no name, but for some reason us losing to them for God only knows what reason. No, I'm not bitter. No, I'm not salty. No, I'm not nothing. However, I'm fine. However, the Seahawks, as strong as they have been playing, they are not guaranteed to play a playoff picture scenario yet. They're up high enough, but they're not. They can any loss can knock them out. So they cannot. This time of the year. This time of the year. Hey, I'm not happy about it either. This time of the year, they cannot. Some of the teams would like to start sitting their starters. They can't do that yet. They have to win out at least 2 of the next 3 games to see where the playoff picture ends. And this damn team with no name doesn't seem to want to go anywhere. Maybe they're pissed off that we've all been making fun of them. Hey, you know what? You had one freaking job, and you couldn't come up with a stupid name for your team. I'm gonna make fun of you. You can win the damn Super Bowl, and I'll still make fun of you. So there. Be that way. All that being said, not that I'm salty at all. All that being said, the Seahawks are winning today because they want it more than the team with no name. Yeah, I said it. Be that way. Be that way. I might be salty, but it's not just saltiness. I think the Seahawks are a stronger team, and I think that they're not going to sit any of their starters because obviously while they're at a good spot, it's so tight they can't afford to sit their starters and lose a game. So Seahawks are going to take that one. Bears and the Vikings. I don't know what's going on with the Vikings. I don't know who the Vikings are anymore. I mean, I have friends who are Viking fans, and I don't think they know who the Vikings are anymore. So, I mean, this is fair. The Bears and the Vikings are both not statistically out of it. But it is, again, one of those games. The team who wins has no guarantees. It depends on who else wins or loses. The team who loses is going to get really shoved down that ladder and need, them to win, 4 other people to win, President Washington to come back and bless the game. I mean, they're going to need a lot of help. So, that being said, they're both at 6 and 7. They're both not where I certainly didn't think the Vikings would be doing this bad at the beginning of the season. The Bears are kind of a team that normally ends at 9 and 7. That's not outside the realm of possibility for them. That's kind of where they go. They're that nitty-gritty kind of team and still make the playoffs at 9 and 7. But they're going to have to win out in order to do that. And now the Vikings are in that position where they're a team that could be 13 and 3 and be in the playoffs, and now they've got to really fight tooth and nail. So this is going to be a really good this isn't also going to be like playing on the field. This is going to be where they are mentally. And mentally is a big deal this year, more than any other year. And even though they've stumbled here and there, and even though they're not anywhere where I thought they'd be, I'm going to say the Vikings are in a slightly better headspace, and maybe being at home is going to help them a little bit. Like I said, unfortunately, home field advantage is not the biggest deal this year, and I think this is really changing a lot of the momentum of a lot of the games. And a lot of the players have echoed this sentiment because they're like, obviously we like hearing our fans, and it is a big part that they're used to, and now that they don't have it, um, it hurts. It does. It makes a difference. Just watching my time. Um, but I think the Vikings, again, they're gonna fight for that playoff spot. If they make it, it's gonna be one of those Christmas miracles. But speaking of Christmas, I think the Vikings are playing on Christmas Day, so they really need a Christmas miracle. So, in order to make that game important, they're gonna have to win now, or it's just gonna be, losing your holiday for nothing. So, taking the Vikings over the Bears, but I think it's going to be a close game. Neither one's running away with it. As I say to one of my friends who's a Vikings fan, he and I are kindred spirits with the heart attack games, because the Steelers games usually go right down to the last 2 minutes, and the majority of his games go right down to the last 2 minutes. So, completely understands the nervous breakdown, heart attack, and, do all know ulcers from the games that we all love and share. Right, Jish? Next, the 6 and 7 Patriots. When was the last time the Patriots were under 500 at this point in the year? Been a long time, let me tell you. And sorry, look, is that, are my eyes deceiving me? 8 and 5 Dolphins. Really? Yeah, really. 8 and 5 Dolphins. Who'd have thought it? Like, the Dolphins figured out how to play? Who taught them? Who taught the Dolphins how to play? Because certainly the last few years, they did not know. All right, am I being a little sarcastic? I absolutely am. Like I mentioned before, the Bills have clinched their division. More power to them. But the Dolphins are right behind them, are in a amazingly strong position for them to be able to be in the playoffs. But again, still have to win out, because they are right there. And another surprising team that you wouldn't think is in this position are the Browns, who are like a game ahead of them. So it is tight. It is the Titans, the Browns, and the Colts all at 9 and 4. Dolphins at 8 and 5. The Ravens right now are at 8 and 5, but they're back on the bubble waiting for other people to lose so they can jump in. So, like, this is tight. This is every game counts. The Patriots are in the same position that the Cowboys are in. They are holding on by the tips of their fingernails. They are that close. If the Dolphins win today, they can, in theory, again, depending on how all the other wins and losses go, the Dolphins can knock the Patriots out of contention for the playoffs. Say it again. It would be the first year in how long that we don't. And those of us in Connecticut understand this immensely, right, Dave? We would not have to deal with listening to all the Patriots fans for an entire playoff season. Wouldn't that be awesome? Love you, Calvin. I know you're not out there, but still. Some of us don't like the Patriots. Does it show at all? I didn't think so. All of that spouting being said, the Dolphins are amazingly playing much stronger than the Patriots are. And again, it's not that there's not talent on the Patriots right now. It is, I don't think Cam Newton is the right choice for the Patriots. I think Cam Newton has talent. I think he's a good quarterback. I don't think he fits in with Bill Belichick. I don't think he fits in with... I hate the comparison that just popped into my head, but I have to freaking use it because it really kind of makes sense. if you're a Family Guy fan and you saw the damn episode of Peter Griffin on the Patriots, he fits in the exact same way. He's too rambunctious. I almost expect Newton to start singing Shaboopy out there. It doesn't fit. He's a great guy, but he needs a different team, a more flamboyant team, and it's not the Patriots. I think Cam's got a few more years in him. Whether he stays with the Patriots after the end of the season, I'm pretty sure, I'd have to double check it. I'm pretty sure he only had a 1-year contract with the Patriots. So whether they decide to go with one of their younger guys and just say, screw it, we're going to rebuild, or if they take another year with him, who knows? But the Dolphins can actually knock the Patriots out of contention today with a win and, a little other help other places. If, this one wins, this one loses, they still might be able to hang on. But it is a possibility. So there's a lot of stuff going on today. By the end of the day, we're going to be looking at a lot of different charts and a lot of playoff scenarios and a lot of things. Do you want to turn around? Are you just not comfortable? You want to turn around the other way? Or mommy just talking too much? You tired? You can be tired too. Mommy talks during this hour. It's what I do. Yes, I know. I love you too. Okay. Here's my bookie bet of the week, because this is in the true bookie bet of the week scenario. For those who don't know, my old man loved to talk football, loved to, but in his eyes, every home team should win, no matter what. And if the home team didn't win, it was what he called a bookie bet. The bookie set that up so they could win money, yada, yada, yada. It was a big deal. I always teased him about it, stuff like that, because if that was true, then no games need be played. It shows when you could come in and you're not the home team, when you could win, it shows your strength. But in a homage to him, I picked the bookie bet of the week, which is obviously the home team losing, especially to a team that they should never lose to. And again, most of the time I'm wrong about this, because, it's a long shot. It is the longest shot you got. My bookie bet this week is the Jaguars, who are 1-12, beating the Baltimore Ravens. Yeah, you heard that. Why? Number one, because it's a huge bookie bet. Number two, the Jaguars are playing for nothing but pride at this point. Even if they win, it's not going to change their position really in the draft right now, so they don't have to lose out. And at this point, if they won, it is possible that they could knock the Ravens out of contention. So again, having nothing but pride and spoiling another team's ride to play for, it is well within the possibility that they could pull this off. And I really think that they are going to. And I think I'm going to steal a ginger ale. So there. But, I also picked this because the Ravens, they're playing kind of oddly. Well, hello there, and evening and morning to you. Technically, it's almost afternoon here. How are you doing today? On this It's not sunshiny here. It's a cloudy day. They're talking about more snow here. How are they doing over there, Mara? Doing pretty well. Doing pretty well. If you do not know who is sitting at this table, it is I, JC, and my little co-pilot Chase with that face. You're in the middle of JC's Power Hour. Do not fret, though, if you have come here to see Brian. He shall be back in about 20 minutes at the end of the hour. I am talking sports and more. If you wish to talk, tell me what you want to talk about. Maybe I'll talk about it. Exactly. But again, I don't think the Ravens are playing. They're faltering. I don't know what's going on. I almost think everybody is so quick to talk that, Roethlisberger is hurt. Roethlisberger this, Roethlisberger that. He's not playing up to his potential. The Ravens quarterback isn't playing up to his potential either. But people don't talk about that because they like to hate on other teams. But especially last week, he was acting a little. I don't know if sketchy is the word I want to use, but he wasn't acting like himself. So is he hiding an injury, or is he just not playing 100%, or is there communication lacking in the team? Because they were on fire last year. I mean, and I said many times last year, I gave props to whoever, the scout was who said take him. But did he use up all his ammo in one round and then? Well, aren't you adorable? But so yeah, I think it's, again, the boogie bets a lot of times don't happen, but it wouldn't surprise me to somehow see the Jaguars overtake the Ravens. So that's my boogie bet of the week. Got to scoot on, make sure I get all the teams in. Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are doing better than I thought they were. They're not doing perfect, but they're doing better than I thought they would. The Atlanta Falcons, as much as I would like to see them beat Tampa Bay, are not playing strong enough that I could say, yeah, they will. I'd be happy if they did. I wouldn't mind being wrong about this pick, but I think Tampa Bay is going to win, but I'm also, I had been discussing this with a friend of mine, waiting for the implosion that is more than likely going to happen between Antonio Brown and Gronkowski. Whether it's on the field, whether it's in the locker room, whether it's on social media, those two egos are just starting to build up, are just starting to get a little heated. I mean, I straight up said I would be amused out of my mind if, like, the two of them started a fight on the field. I mean, I think I would break a rib laughing. But I think that's going to implode. And I said whoever took Antonio Brown, I want Antonio to be healthy. I love what he did for my Steelers for many, many years. I want his health over everything. But if he's not as healed and is on the right path as he has said that he is, this could really implode badly. And even if Antonio has done stuff that to improve him, the wrong negativity can bring it back out. And I think Gronkowski's ego is going to do that. Just saying. So keep an eye on that. But I do think that Tampa Bay is going to win this one. The Titans 9-4 against the 5-8 Lions. Titans are reasonably comfortable. They're right up there. Obviously, they need to keep winning, but they are in a relatively comfortable spot, and they're playing very well. The Lions are playing like 1 week good, they're another one. 1 week good, 1 week bad, 1 week good, 1 week bad. They're technically in the hunt, but if they win, it's going to be those really nitty gritty, down in the dirt type of games. Yes, I'm talking about NFL football is what I am talking about. Um, I am guessing, being that it's your evening, I am guessing that you are from overseas. Not sure which country, if you would like to elaborate. But, Sunday is the biggest day for NFL football, so I'm going over the games that are coming up today. And we're actually coming down to the playoffs for these games, coming up to the championship, which is the Super Bowl. So these games not only are playing, but a lot of them have a lot of important playoff ramifications, shall we say. Tick, 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 tick. Ah, from the Netherlands. Yeah, I would think that I would. Hmm. What would be your biggest sport over in the Netherlands? Are you big on soccer? I would think, possibly, if memory serves. Which is technically, soccer is called football in other countries. We're the ones who call it soccer. The next game is the Houston Texans against the Colts. Colts are 9-4. The Texans have been eliminated no matter what they do. The Texans have been. That's what I figured. We don't watch. We do watch some here. Depend whoever the. Some are fans of it, but it's not as big over here, obviously. But some of the bigger games do get a lot of national play here. The Texans are very frustrated with how this year has gone. They would probably like to be a spoiler. Their defense is playing very well, but their offense is simply not backing them up. And I don't think that they're going to be able to overcome the Colts. So we're just going to leave that at the Colts are going to take this one. Now the Cardinals against the Eagles. The Cardinals are at the very edge of, more than likely, just waiting, just holding up their place, and they would be like the last seed. The Eagles are holding on by the skin of their teeth, hoping for other people to lose. I actually watch a lot of speed skating, like when the Olympics and stuff like that are on. I find it very interesting. But with my balance, it's also terrifying because I watch people crash, and it's like, yep, that's what I would do. I am not the most balanced person in the world, and it amazes me how well they could do. Again, the Eagles have been faltering for most of the. I don't know how the heck the Eagles won last week. I don't know what Festivus miracle the Eagles had. I don't know. I don't think lightning could strike again. But if they beat the Saints, it's not impossible for them to beat the Cardinals. But I think possibly because they beat the Saints, the Cardinals might take them a little more seriously. So I'm going to cautiously take the Cardinals to win that game. But they really, 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 really better be careful. Because if they're not, if they don't take them seriously, something is going to happen. uh, the Rams are in the almost. They're as close to have clinched a spot without clinching it in the NFC. They could rest their starters, but I don't think they're going to until they actually clinch it. And they are going up against the Jets, who have just not won a game this year. And honestly, I could point out minimum 5 games that the Jets absolutely should have won. That either just a dropped defense, or we should try this side maybe. Either a dropped defense or just a bad play call. I mean, I really think the defensive coordinator wanted to get fired because the play calling when they lost in the last 5 seconds of the game was just absolutely horrendous. And I mean, literally, they didn't announce that he was fired to the next day, but it wouldn't surprise me if he got fired like in the tunnel on the way to the locker room. If somebody didn't come down and say, "You're done." I mean, it wouldn't have surprised me because not for the one play. That was just the straw that broke the proverbial camel's back. I mean, that was just. Are you kidding me? So at this point, the Jets could be doing one of two things. They got 3 games left. They could play for pride and to spoil other people's playoffs, or at this point they could, they could intentionally play half-assed, lackadaisical, play people who aren't the normal starters to see who they're going to keep for next year, and keep losing just so they have the best not playoff pick, the best draft pick for next year. So at this point, it's hard to pick them to win for anything because it honestly might be in their game plan to lose at this point, which, is upsetting for fans, but even a lot of the fans know they might just want to be in a good position for their draft picks next year and just use this year as, fuck, it's 2020, screw it. So, I'm gonna unfortunately take the Rams. Our daughter's a Jets fan. I know a couple of Jets fans at work. I've said a million times. Hell, our therapist is a Jets fan, and I've said a bunch of times. The Jets are better than their record. They really are. They play better than their record. I mean, a couple of games they've been shit. But every team has that. But they are better than their record, and I think next year, if the front office keeps and discards the right combination of people, I think next year they'll be a lot better. But unfortunately, this was simply not their year. Yeah, I know, buddy. I know. Okay. The Chiefs and Mahomes taking on the Saints, who amazingly lost last week. Now, the Chiefs are set as far as the playoff pictures go. I mean, now, are they going to sit? You know, they are sitting in the first playoff spot, so that they would get the first round bye. So this all comes down to, are they going to sit their starters and not worry about the first seed? And this depends on how much you want that first seed, because some people want the bye, some people don't. In a lot of ways, I don't like the bye in the middle of the playoffs unless there's a lot of injuries on the team, because sometimes that bye just throws you off of your game, just takes away a lot of your mojo, and then you come back too cold and you lose the first playoff game. So I'm always iffy about that bye week. So, all that being said, I mean, the Saints are in the playoffs also. So, I mean, are both teams gonna play hard, or are both teams, because if the Saints win, they keep up with the Packers, they might want to clinch that first spot. They might want to shake off last week. The Chiefs may want to, it's really going to who plays the hardest. I think this has all the potential of a really strong game if both teams keep their starters in. And I'm going to go on a limb here, and I'm going to say that the Saints are going to take it, because they're going to want to shake off that loss from last week, because I don't know what the hell was going on last week. I don't know how the hell the Eagles won that one. I certainly did not pick that one. I certainly was shocked at that one. My father-in-law was happy, but other than that, a couple of my coworkers too. But that's one of the things I like about working at the post office, because I work with so many people that, like, going through all my friends, I know basically somebody from almost every team that I talk about, and even a few that I don't talk about. So that's what kind of fun is when you work with a lot of people. Fortunately, some of them are smart and they like the Steelers like I do. But you like to have other people to trash talk with, because that's part of the fun. Now here's a sentence again we have not been able to say for a long time. The 9-4 Browns. Yes. Cleveland Browns. Those Browns. 9-4. No way. It honestly looks like the AFC North is going to be just the Steelers and the Browns in the playoffs, depending on what happens today. If the Ravens somehow do lose in that bookie bet, and the Browns win, the Browns are ahead of the Ravens enough that even if they win, the Ravens may not make it. The Giants, how about them Giants? The Giants are trying. They can. It's possible. It's that weird division right now. And again, they need Washington to lose. If Washington loses today, then the Giants, Eagles, and Cowboys win. Then it shakes it completely up, and it's completely up in the air for that division. But that would have to be a 1-loss and 3-win type of scenario. Is it possible? Absolutely. This is football. Anything is possible. Can the Giants beat the Browns the way the Browns are playing right now? I'm not 100% sure about that. I'm really not. I am not 100% sure about that. So much so that I am going to take the Browns, because strength of playing and just strength of mentality right now, the Browns just seem to be in a much better position, and I have not been able to say that for a long time. The Browns are actually making, a really good play. Monday night, prime time. My Steelers are 11-2. playing the Bengals, who are 2-10-1. My Steelers are favored by blah 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 points. I don't follow the point system much because I don't bet. The Steelers went 11-0, and then we lost a couple of games. And I am talking now as a fan and not as a sportscaster. I am so sick of the trash that's aimed at this 11-2 team that is not aimed at 9-4 teams. It's not aimed at 10-3 teams. Hell, it's not aimed at 0-13 teams on some stations the way it's aimed at the Steelers. Worst 11-0 team ever in history. They have absolutely no offense. Ben is done. This is their defense. This, that. You know what? You know what? We may surprise you. All you haters. And all of you haters, we make it to the Super Bowl and we win our 7th ring. I don't want one damn bandwagon jumper. I will personally kick you off that bandwagon. I will rip the wheels off that bandwagon. I promise you. You're either a Steelers fan, win or lose, or you're not a fan at all. And I get so sick of people who say that they are a fan, and as soon as you get a loss, fire the coach, fire this. You want to fire one of the best statistical coaches of all time because we've lost 2 games in a season? Are you kidding me? And this isn't just a Steelers problem. This is an every team problem. Because I guarantee right now the Browns have fans that they never had when they were 0-16, when they were 2-14. All of a sudden, now Cleveland is full of all these Browns fans. I don't give you an ounce of credit. You know who I give credit? One of my friends, Rissa, who has dealt with the crappy years. She should be enjoying this year because they're doing good. Because why? Because she stuck by them through all their crappy years. You know who's enjoying his year? Brian's enjoying his year. You know why? Because when his team did suck, he was still there. He stayed with his team no matter what, and that's what you do. My team, whether it's 2-11 or 11-2, I'm there for it. And this is also the time of the year, week 15, going into the playoffs. You keep your comments to yourself there, son. I was giving you credit. But not just my Steelers, but thank you, my darling. You have absolutely no idea. If you guys heard how I am in front of the TV during a game, I'd probably freak a lot of you out. I would probably freak a lot of you out. But not only are the Steelers my favorite team, but I love the game itself because my Steelers are not playing. And by the way, yes, I am picking my Steelers to win, but we cannot be lackadaisical because the Bengals hate us and love to play against us and love to ruin our thing. So please, for the love of God, don't play down to a 2-10 team. That being said, I absolutely adore football. I absolutely adore NFL football. My team is not playing until tomorrow night. I will watch every game that's on today just because I love the sport. I love the sport more than anything. I love the excellent plays. I love the comebacks. I love the camaraderie of the good teams that have that real team play. There's an awful lot that is awesomely positive about NFL, about any sport, but NFL in particular for me. And that is why I will jump on my soapbox. And when I see something wrong, if you go back and look at some of my other articles or some of my other rantings, if you want to call them. Hi, Daddy.
What's up, buddy? How's my boy?
I'm guarding Mommy.
He came all running over to me, happy, did the little roll thing.
Oh, he's a happy guy. He's been in a good mood.
What's up, big boy? Hi.
He's a
You
good
were very
boy.
good when I was eating. He would come in, he looked at me, and I just kind of held up my food. And he walked away. He came over once, but I was like, hey, buddy, I'm still eating.
I don't throw things as much as I used to when I was younger because I don't want to break. We have a really nice TV and I don't wish to break it, and I'm an amazingly strong person.
I have an 89-inch TV mounted to the wall. No. If anything gets thrown at the TV, it would be Daddy because it was his TV. However, no, we don't do that anymore.
I tend to more throw myself down on the couch and bury my head in the pillow and scream.
I legitimately was just going to say that. I was going to say she throws temper tantrums.
Yes.
Her feelings get hurt.
I yell at the TV. I yell at my guys.
But if you're not a fan, you're not going to feel that. You won't go through it. When you're a fan, absolutely.
Say bye-bye, Chase. Say bye-bye.
Yeah. Finish up your thing.
Oh, no, I'm
Say goodbyes.
I am. Oof, I got to put him down first. So, absolutely. It was a joy talking to you, my dear. Hopefully I'll see you again. I'm on every Sunday. JC's Power Hour. Toodles. Enjoy over there in the Netherlands and all around who's been talking to me. And I'll see you next week.
What's up, everybody? How we doing out there? Let's get this over here. What's up, Chase? Second, as I get my monitors back in. Hope you have enjoyed your hour with the little woman. And if you are new to CC&C, yes, every Sunday, it is the JC's Power Hour. It starts at the top of the hour. It's 11 to 12-ish. I mean, it's the way it works. Sometimes she gets out late. Sometimes I get back out a little late. But we are here. We are talking it. She knows her thing. She knows what she's talking about. She's very well versed at sports. We discuss other things. No religion, no politics. We used to do that here on CC&C, and people just showed that they really couldn't handle those subjects. So we put out a vote. We let everybody chime in on it. And those two subjects were next. Outside of that, discuss whatever you want. I cannot complain. I say this every single day, and I truly, truly do try to live it. If I can open my eyes, if I'm breathing, and I can get out of bed, that's the start to a great day. Wherever it goes is up to me. Oh, look at that. It's snowing out again. Awesome. Oh, we discuss anything and everything here. Anything and everything. Except for religion and politics. Oh, yes. What's up, little pup? Oh, yes. The guitars, the two that you see here and here, my Gibsons. Then, of course, we have two more guitars over here. They're part of my dime bag collection, the Deans. We have my Charvel bass over here. We have another one of my Deans over there. Let me grab us some music here. There we go. You know what? Let's do this easy. Shout it out. Give me a genre that you want to hear. Something that you're interested in. Whatever. Rock, blues, jazz, western classical, holiday even. I mean, we have all sorts of stuff here. Now, I'm only here for No, less than an hour. We're done at 1 o'clock because, again, football Sunday. I can do that. Got you covered. Jazz and SunDaze go hand in hand. I used to love the jazz brunch. I would pull out one of my acoustics or my acoustic electric and just sit there and play. Noodle, do all sorts of things. All right, here we go. We'll start out though. Miles Away, the artist Cy Coonan. Artists people know, songs they might not otherwise have heard. That's what we play here on CCNC. I say that because if you are into music, if you heard of the band The Fix, yeah, that little bitty band, this is the lead singer of The Fix, just doing some solo stuff here on CCNC, excuse me, Miles Away. There we go. Yeah, that looks a lot better, actually. Yeah, I didn't like what I was seeing over here when I was checking out behind the scenes in my editor, so I wanted to do a quick adjustment for YouTube, and there we are.
Real quick, come here. There's a boy. Who's a good boy? There's a Brutus.
In case anybody is wondering, slippers have absolutely no traction on snow and ice.
Shit, my boots didn't have traction on the fucking ice. I have a bug yanking me out of the front door.
There we are. And thank you very much. That was Miles Away. Again, the artist Cy Coonan starting out a little jazz block. Again, Cy, the lead singer of The Fix, that little bitty band. Been around since 1978. They have like 7 number ones, I believe. They have a whole bunch of other great material. If you go and you look them up, their catalog's pretty extensive. Then you look his solo works up, and he's one of the ones you question. Does the man ever sleep? Razzle dazzle, continuing on. The other Brian? You mean my daughter? Alright. Let's check things out over here really quick. I'm looking at traffic, I'm looking at weather, I've got some on this day in music history. I even have some more news of Whoa. I know it is sitting in the email, so we'll get to those. All before we get off the air again. We are done here at 1 p.m. It's Football Sunday. Now, it's 12:17, by the way. Make sure you're packed your rolls, you're ready to go, because you have a 20 coming up fast, don't you know? Fantastic. No incidents, closures, or delays on the roadways. Let's keep it that way. All right, our weather station opening up here in Orange, Connecticut. It is 34 degrees, 71% humidity. Winds have buzzed the station at a whopping 2 miles an hour. Then, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, looking to start that week the right way. 3 days of sun. Temperatures, a couple of those days are going to be mid-40s, even upper 40s. However, we're also going to see lows, low 20s, mid-20s. Now, Thursday, a little bit of rain coming in our way, which unfortunately could bring some ice, as the temps are going to be in the 50s, so it's going to melt. Then we drop down again, lows into the 20s the following day, and there you go. Slide your way into the weekend as long-range forecast, Saturday and Sundays next weekend. Sunny weather, temperatures not leaving the freezing area. So please, you got to go out, you got things to do, just stay bundled up. We like hanging out with all of you. We don't want you to get sick. Okay, I got you. Just look back over at chat. All right, again, a little razzle-dazzle coming from Lyle Workman. American guitarist, a film composer, a session musician, a producer. Has worked with many artists. Go check him out. Absolutely worth your time. LYLEWORKMAN. Lyle Workman. Yeah. Charlie Peacock. Steve Swallow, after all these years. We also have Charlie Peacock, The Year of New Beginnings. Let us do some Secret Agent 23 Skidoo, though, coming up right now. A tune called Irish Wristwatch. we are just 5 days away from YouTube's broadcast kicking off the official first CCNC 24/7 channel. Yep, Compound Concentrates and Coffee Radio going 24/7 starting on December 25th. Our little gift to all of you. We've been talking about it. I've made promises to people. Well, it's been over 3 years. We've amassed enough music. We have things going on that we are going to do this. Thank you. Yeah, I come in for the morning shift as I normally do. I'll hang out with all of you. And then I wander out, but the cameras will never stop and the music keeps rolling. All right, on this day in music history, we have 1973, an American singer, Bobby Darin, unfortunately passing at only 37. Too young, too young. One of the first teen idols. He had the 59 number one with Dream Lover, plus 20 other U.S. top 40 hits during the 60s, including things like Mac the Knife. That was a Grammy Award for Record of the Year in 1960. Traveled with Robert Kennedy and worked on the latter's 1968 presidential campaign. He was with Kennedy the day he traveled to Los Angeles on June 4th, 1968. Now we jump up to 1974. One of the musicians I've always liked, Joe Walsh, former James Gang and Barnstorm guitarist, officially replacing Bernie Leadon in the Eagles after producer Bill Seismic had recommended Walsh to the Eagles. Now also, an Australian woman who won a $10,000 lottery jackpot, admitting she only bought the ticket so she could meet the minimum purchase total just to use a credit card. Yeah, the woman from Lockyer Valley, Queensland, telling the lot officials she was at the Gatton News Gifts and Stationery when she ended up buying the ticket. She says, yeah, I thought to myself, I'm a vet, so I should buy the ticket with an animal on it. I got the first one off the roll. The $1 Sheep Thrills ticket earning the player $10,000. Perfect timing for this time of the year. Congrats. There we go. This is Downtown Chop House, the Jason Webb Trio, featured on a track with Global Genius. So what do people have on their agenda for today? I know what some of you got going on, but how about the rest of you? Downtown Chop House. Again, a little Jason Webb trio on a track with Global Genius. One last track in the jazz block. We'll be getting into some other things. Gonna grab some Sticky Icky. One Beat Productions. This is a San Francisco-based production house and a studio, which is located in Studio D in the historic Hyde Street Studios in San Fran. Check out JOEBAGALE.com. Good. Sticky Icky. Wrapping up that little jazz block. Okay. Trying to cue up a little. There you go. Drew Smithers, Josh Paul, Logan Todd, Spencer Thompson, the K Clubs, eh? Smoke 'em out. Mhm. Absolutely, I agree. Again, at one point, it was every single Sunday. It was my just absolute routine for 2 to 3.5 hours. I would just, I would do this jazz brunch. It was through WHCN back then, and man, yeah, it so put me in the groove, put me in the mood, like just got me going on my day. Oh yeah, I understand. There you go again. That tune. Drew Smithers, Josh Paul, Logan Todd, Spencer Thompson, The K Club. Now, the artist Jumbo. This one's called Antibodies. We go. Again, the artist Jumbo is Solomon David. He's professionally known as Jumbo. Instagram.com/Jumbo is drama. Now, little Jamie West Oram and a tune called Perpetual Motion. right, 20 minutes left, everybody, and I am out of here. Again, I will see everybody tomorrow morning, of course. Starting your week out. 8:20-ish. Go, Jamie West Oram, and a track called Perpetual Motion. Now, let's serve up some Irish cream for all of you. Golden Braid Productions. Irish Cream. Now, Dig Infinity, Angelo Moore, the Napkin Sisters. Glad you like it. go once again, Angelo Moore with Dig Infinity on a tune called The Napkin Sisters. I'm going to grab... All right, Black Box, a tune called Dusty. This tune will be taking us into Echopraxia, Austin Woodward, and Where I Get Off. Go. Let us extract a little something something from Echopraxia. Austin Woodward coming up next. My pleasure. My pleasure. Thank you very much for coming on. You go do what you got to do. I'll see you later. Peace, my friend. There you go, Facebook. I knew you could do it. Okay. Extract. Echopraxia. Let us do a little Doom over Sarnath. Austin Woodward. Zach Ledbetter. Last song for our broadcast day. Broadcasting from the compound on CC&C Radio. Again, I will see you all in the morning. You be good, you stay safe, you do what you got to do. I want you to be able to come on back through. Peace, everybody. Much love. Connecticut Medical Marijuana Critic. I'll see you tomorrow.